Good morning, this is Hiker Dude Dad. Happy Halloween, it's right around the corner. So I decided to come to the Paradise Valley
to find the devil. Let's go.
We are descending towards Devil's Hole Creek. We're in Monroe County. We're just northeast of Mount Pocono. And we are looking for some very old ruins. We'll start climbing soon, but we're in State Game Lands 211. The ruins that we're going to, they don't really know what they were used for. We're going to try and figure that out. There's about 4 or 5 scenarios that we'll go through on this walk. And we'll, of course, hit on some spooky legends as we walk through this tunnel of, I don't know, laurel or rhododendron. I always confuse the two. We're kind of protected from any remnants of rain. I drove here in the rain, and normally, you know, I might wait till a sunnier day, but I confess, kind of wanted this awesome ambiance for Halloween here, so I actually targeted this day. Fall is almost upon us. Everything up here is still kind of in the yellow phase. But here's Devil's Hole Creek. We're basically just walking up the valley. There will be a couple crossings. Here's one. So we'll have to negotiate this. I did bring the old boots for this first hike of the day. Trying to target several sites up here, several legends. Beautiful creek though. Got the leaves in it, which honestly are only going to make it slippery and treacherous, but wouldn't be the Devil's Hole if there wasn't going to be some risk. Maybe up there is a better way to cross. And I know I'll get wet today, just trying to last as long as I can. There we go. Kind of a big bank up here, even though the trail on the map kind of goes that way. It kind of looks like the trail's over here. I know there's 2 or 3 stream crossings. I'm going to try and cross. Two for 2 without a soaker. Absolutely beautiful woods here on this dreary, chilly day. It's October 8th, and there's a colorful carpet of leaves down, which could be just accumulating from years past, but yeah, we're in the yellow, light green to yellow zone, a little bit of light orange. Definitely expected more colors up here. So let's talk about some of the legends here and what the Devil's Hole might be. We're getting close, but according to some, it actually used to be a ski resort. The foundations may look like a lodge. There's a few fireplaces. And then up the hill to the west is kind of a cleared out space and some cleared out runs. The big evidence for that theory is that on one of the trees, a couple of the trees, there's like pulleys, like there would be a lift or something. But odd that there would be no historical evidence of a ski lodge here. So that's one of the theories. We'll talk about a couple more. We're about 1/10 of a mile from the ruins, and the rain is picking up. Some down logs here. And all of a sudden, some tall structures through the trees. You can see the fireplaces. Here we are. Wow, big footprint on this place. Oh. Yes, chimney. Chimney's got to be maybe 30 feet high. Wow. Wow, this is a lot. There's a lot left to these ruins. This is awesome. Some sheet metal here, a wheelbarrow, rusted out wheelbarrow. There's a little stone pillar over there. But back to this. Wow. Wow, wow. Oh man. Sound like cliff at Acadia National Park, man. This is amazing. There's the steam boiler, maybe a water heater. This is crazy. And the ruins right on the creek. Oh my god, there's like an underground room here. I didn't bring a light. I didn't think they'd be like covered ruins. Wow, look, it goes back that way farther than I thought. Try and look down in here. Some big cinder blocks down in there. Yeah, it's like a little cellar or crawl space. There's another one over here. It seems to be filled in a bit. Not as large, although, oh, look at that, you can see some light over there. And I don't know what we'll be able to see back there. Man, why did I forget a flashlight? But these sort of burnout ruins here are constructed of stone, concrete, and cinder blocks, which kind of tells people that maybe it was constructed and reconstructed and added on to over the years. Maybe the first floor was stone and then a second floor was added using cinder block and concrete maybe. This is nuts. It's metal all over the ground. Yeah, I wonder if that wasn't some kind of water storage tank or hot water heater. And then this thing, look at this machinery. So there's plumbing coming up, out and down through. Door here is open. Yeah, a lot of pipes inside, probably steam boiler or something. There's another tube in the wall. So it's probably powered a lot of stuff here at this mystery structure. Tell you what, pretty popular space I think to go to, but oh look, here's some of that plumbing buried. Because a steam boiler was like coming through the wall, so there's all kind of plumbing down below. Oh, that's some kind of wheel. Maybe that was from the wheelbarrow. Just all kinds of metal scrap, wreckage, these fireplaces, pipes everywhere. More pipes coming out of the ground. Here's part of that main line just broken off. Yeah, that was probably a radiator. Look at that. Has a pipe coming in. Water goes back and forth. So probably, yeah, probably a steam generated like radiator to heat the place. Another room. Big tube there. I think there were legit steps here. Right, too, could this have been a bathroom maybe? On the back of the building. Concrete covered cinder block out here, maybe a later addition. Look at the size of this place. Yes, a ski lodge maybe. The shape of this scrap reminds me of kind of like a grand piano. It's a lot of dang it, these are, wow, those are spikes. They're almost like drills or spikes. M. Schultz, Chicago, USA. Gotta look that up when I get home. But yeah, here's another radiator right in front of this beautiful fireplace, 2-story fireplace. So another legend is that this was a speakeasy hidden in the woods, like a Prohibition-era 1920s speakeasy. And I'll tell you what, I mean, it's got steam, it's got heat, it's 2 floors. They probably had rooms here, if that's what it was. Big bar area down here in the middle. If that was a bathroom out back, like, it makes sense that this might be a bar out in the woods. It would also make sense that there's no documentation about it if people wanted to call it, keep it a secret. I honestly kind of like that idea best of all. That just kind of makes the most sense from when this place existed. So the rumor has it that this place was either destroyed by a flooding Devil's Hole Creek, or by fire, or a combination of both. Another legend says that nearby there was a bottomless lake, and anyone who swam in it sank and went straight to hell. Hence the name, the Devil's Hole. The lake apparently was washed away, filled in, the geography changed when the flood came. There was a flood in 1955, and after 1955 there's really no evidence that this place was still running. Forgot it extends over here too. The ruins, stone wall, the foundation is almost entirely intact. Like, it is, you can trace it around the whole building. Like, you could definitely come up with a floor plan possibly for this like first floor here. So much scrap metal here, old rusted stuff, pipes, chunks of wall, some more wood. Here you can see how the fireplaces face each other. This is one of the best sets of ruins I've ever come upon in the woods. All these pipes everywhere. They must have had like God, did they have like running water up through here, or just the steam going to the radiators to keep it warm in these northeast Pennsylvania winters? One more theory is that this place could be the legendary Seven Pines Lodge near Cresco, Pennsylvania. We're just southwest. But apparently this was somewhat of a luxury resort, if this is a location. There's a legend of the Seven Pines Mountain in this area, and that it was the site of an execution, a mass execution. 7 people were allegedly hanged out here by Native Americans. Is most terrible legends in early Pennsylvania get blamed on the natives, and this is no exception. But allegedly 7 folks were hanged out here near the site of the Seven Pines Mountain Lodge. Whether this is it, I don't believe anybody's sure, but I could see it. This structure is huge, has rooms, has a second floor, was heated. So here's that one column maybe that I found. Almost like a terracotta intersection, but there's definitely a like a platform, a foundation, a platform. So I wonder if something else wasn't right here. So I was walking around trying to find evidence of like the ski lifts, like the pulleys, and I can't find any on the trees, but I did find, looks like another fireplace out here. The ruins are back through there, so I'm on the other side of the trail, and I found these ruins. And I think this is the hill that you know, there's a couple, looks like there's a path there, like a logger road, and one maybe going up there that's kind of grown over. But the hypothesis is that some of those were like ski runs. What an easy kind of walk in. There's a couple creek crossings, but otherwise fairly flat. And the payoff is amazing. Keep places like this nice. There is not a lot of graffiti on those ruins at all. There's no water bottles and such. You can tell people have been there, definitely, but it's really not defaced for only being like a mile in. So it's a really cool place, and some really spooky legends too. So if you deface it, you're probably going to be cursed and
end up with the devil down in his hole.
I knew I couldn't be out here alone. I actually brought bear spray with me. And look at that. Just having a stare off here. Oh, another one. All right, back at the parking lot. That was a fantastic expedition. One last urban legend about the place is that it was a hunting camp. Legend has it that Teddy Roosevelt actually stayed there and hunted. Hey, if you like what I'm doing, please like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It's Halloween season. Things are getting spooky up in here. If you love it, I'll see you next time. Thanks for coming.